Catcoons. You might be wondering why on earth I would even make a video on them, considering they don't really seem to make much of a difference, and you know what? You'd be right. Our feline friends may not lead to all things grand, but the number of unique mechanics that go with them are kinda just too good not to share. So today, we will do just that. Let's talk all things cat. First, we need a place to look for them, but don't fret, as there's but a single biome in which they reside, the birch biome. But Catcoons specifically spawn from structures known as hollowed stumps. But unlike some other mob spawners, only a single Catcoon emerges from a stump at any given time, and this is where things immediately turn interesting. Technically, a Catcoon has 9 lives, so the one you murder in cold blood is the very same that'll spawn in a day's time. At least that's the idea here. But if we do soak the ground with the blood of the same Catcoon a total of 9 times, the hollowed stump truly does live up to its name. And in this state, the stump will no longer spawn Catcoons, but in Don't Starve Together at least, they do regenerate. And in short, if a stump hollows on the 16th of autumn and 5 days remain until winter, or just do the math for whatever season you happen to be in, the stump will regenerate in 21 days. It's the full season's length and the days remaining in said season combined. Oh, and make note that you can also hammer the stumps, be them empty or not, for 2 twigs, 2 logs guaranteed, but a surprise assortment of random items as additional drops too. And the percentages for these drops can be seen right here. But how about the Catcoons themselves? Well, the beasts are neutral to you unless, of course, you are playing the friendly neighborhood spider boy or the interdimensional soul-hungry imp himself. And these little guys are not fans of the little guys, you know. The Catcoons will aggro on, attack, murder, and even eat just about every bird, rabbit, moleworm, bee, and butterfly around. And they do so by using their pouncing ranged attack. Do keep in mind that they will also target Glommer as well, so perhaps just standing around letting Glom get clawed to shreds isn't really the best idea. Get him somewhere so you can murder him yourself. But when it comes to combat, they won't show you much of a fight at all. And they won't all turn on you either, as you can see here. They do dish up 25 damage a pop, so be a bit mindful. But Catcoons drop a single piece of meat every time, but have a 33% chance to drop cattails. Items used in a couple recipes here. One of which is the Cat Cap, a dress item that will set you back 4 cattails and 4 silk, so the sucker is quite expensive, all things considered, and I really don't know why you'd even bother wanting this covering your noggin, because sure, the 3.3 sanity per minute might help slightly, and the warmth it provides could save your butt from freezing, but its insulation factor is only 60, making it one of the lowest in the entire game when it comes to winter gear. But I digress. Let's talk about an item that is a bit more on the intriguing side. Yes, the tail of 3 cats. Fork over another 3 tails and some skin from the hentai to wield a rather unique range weapon that on its own deals 27.2 damage and boasts the hefty number of 175 uses. The whip, however, comes with a special perk that sees you potentially de-aggroing nearby animals, monsters, and bosses. Although the boss side of thing is very unlikely, so we're not even going to talk about it. The whip works on pigmen, even when they're all swarming you, and the same goes with a herd of beefalo as well. And even bees will turn docile following the loud snap, and that's the point. You have a 25% chance per swing to hear it, so keep your ears open. If you hear the snap, stop fighting immediately. And heck, even though the chance drops to 20%, the whip can even affect spiders, hounds, merms, etc. Sure, they're monsters, so they'll aggro right back on you eventually, but did you just see how many spiders just napped off at the beginning of this clip? The whip could certainly turn overwhelming odds into manageable situations. But if you like managing things, then how about adopting a pet? Bring together a cattail and some fish sticks to summon Kitty Kit at the Rock Den, one of the many critters to call the constant home. Our other kitties can serve us in other ways though too. Catcoons themselves can be befriended. However, it may not work as you're accustomed. You see, it isn't about just giving food this time around. You rather have a large, albeit completely random set of items that will be viewed as quote-unquote toys by the beasts. And these are how you become a crazy cat lady. But sadly, you can't really get the whole group of them together because the other non-befriended Catcoons will not be kind to befriended ones. There's plenty of observable cat fights here, but you can't unfortunately be a crazy cat lady. However, just getting loyal felines ain't the point. The real idea behind it is to have Catcoons hacking up the occasional hairball, netting you even more potential for random loot. Heck man, you can even get gold from it for Pete's sake. One can even force a hairball by feeding or gifting a toy to a Catcoon, running a ways away, and then meeting up with the Catcoon again for a wet and hairy surprise. And you can do this as many times as you want. Even when totally neutral too, Catcoons can spit out loot. And while it may not be the most reliable or greatest thing in the world, the percentages of some of these items available and even just the mechanic itself is interesting enough to note. Thus why this whole entire video was made, to be honest. But a final and quick piece of advice: if you've gotten lucky with close stump spawns or have the patience to bring together Catcoons, then you can very well benefit from a pseudo-auto butterfly farm. Plant some flowers in and around the stumps, wall it off, and watch as Catcoons murder butterflies for their wings and the occasional butter drop as well. And potentially even get some bird loot out of the deal if the winged beasts land nearby. So I say, give it a try. But there you have it, everyone. A guide on another of the Constant's many creatures and how their uniqueness separates them from the rest of the pack. If it was up to me, I wish that Catcoons led to some other cooler stuff, but I guess to each their own. But thanks for watching, everyone. Well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.